Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Nick Bullitt, the engagement catalyst here at One Spirit, and I am sitting here today with Reverend Dr. Diane Rooney. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you.
We're here to talk about your upcoming workshop, Internal Alchemy, that's focused on Taoism. Can you share a little bit about your professional and spiritual background?
Sure. So, professionally, I have been in Taoist practices and Chinese medicine for about 20 years. I'm a licensed acupuncturist. I have a doctorate in Oriental medicine, and then just recently a doctorate in ministry. I have been teaching acupuncture for about 17 years at Tri State College of Acupuncture before it closed. I've been teaching Taoist principles. I do individual workshops or one on one training with people, lectures, interviews. So that's basically my professional background. Spiritually, let's see, about 33 years ago, I came across Theosophy, and that's like through the Alice Bailey books, basically the teachings of Dwa Kuhl, who is an ascended master. And that was through the Seven Ray Institute. And out of that, I became a Mason, believe it or not, in ancient universal mysteries. And what we would do is we would meet once a month, do ritual work, and then to become builders of light for humanity. And then we would just go out and do our lives, but maintaining that connection with each other and maintaining that light, that spark of light, so that we can affect others. Through them, I was introduced to Tibetan Buddhism, so I studied that a bit. And through the Theosophical movement, I studied esoteric healing. And that's what got me very interested in healing. And quite frankly, that's why I picked acupuncture as a profession, because acupuncture not only works on the gross body, the bones, the muscles, etc., pain, things like that, but it also works on the energetics, the nadis, for instance, which are the electromagnetic counterpart to the nervous system. So, and of course, meridians are energetics as well. So I could get it on all the levels, subtle and gross levels. And so, really, it was my spiritual background that informed my acupuncture profession.
So, your workshop is called Internal Alchemy, and it's focused on Taoism. So, can you define what is Taoism and how did you first become interested in it?
Sure. So, before I define Taoism, I'd like to define Tao. So Tao is, we are told, it's the primordial void. And in order for it to know of itself through manifestation, it became vapor. And then the vapor became the one. And then the one becomes the two. And the two is what we call yin and yang. And everything we are and do is falls under one of these categories. It provides the dualistic view of the world and of us. For instance, night, day, dark, light, masculine, feminine, water, ice, fire, air, sunny side of the mountain, shady side of the mountain, and on and on and on it goes. And out of the two became the three. And the three is the relationship between yin and yang. So it's interdependence, it's interrelationship, it's interaction with each other. Out of the three came the four, which are the four directions. And out of the four came the five, which are the five seasons being winter, spring, summer, late summer, and fall. And out of the seasons, we also have the elements. And the elements are fire, earth, air, water, and wood. And out of the five became the 10,000 things. And in Chinese literature, they often say 10,000 things when they mean infinite things. So everything you see around you is part of this system of one to two to three to four to five. Taoism is the study and practice of Tao. That is to get in touch with one's innate nature, the innate wisdom and nature or natural rhythm of our bodies in alignment with the cycles of nature that we see around us. Taoism is to let go and let flow that which is natural. In other words, don't try to force things or control things. Simply be with what is present without trying to force it. It's like power versus force. It's also Wu Wei. It means action, non action. So, Taoism is the practice of cultivating this in our lives. And as a result, we become healthier. We become more whole. We become more harmonious, more balanced, and less sick and stronger and more vital and perhaps live longer. That's Taoism.
And can you talk a little bit about the format and what people can expect?
Sure. So it's a 2-day workshop from 9:30 to 5 p.m. And at first, I'm just going to lay the groundwork on what Taoism is. How does yin and yang apply to our bodies, our mind, our spirit? And then one by one, I'm going to take each element, and those elements, once again, are fire, earth, air, water, and wood, and how they apply to our bodies, our organs, our muscles, our bones, our physiology, our dreams, our spirit. And through movements, one by one, we're going to try to cultivate the chi or life force within our bodies, mind, and spirit, and relate it to the nature or natural flow and cycle of life. And we're going to do that through movement, qigong and neigong. Qigong simply means skill or exercise. And neigong is the process of internal change and development. So we're going to be working internally and then express it through movement. As we do what's called the I Jin Jing, which is the classic of changing the sinews and tendons. That's the name of the qigong practice. And what that does is it helps unwind and open up all the soft tissue and all those blockages and stagnations that we have in our bodies and our organs because of the life we've lived or the thoughts we have or the chi that's just simply stuck. The Chinese would say it's because we're living outside of nature. So then we get stuck. So I'm going to help us unwind all of that through movement, through sound, through breath work, and through visualization. And it's cumulative. So we'll start with one thing and then just keep adding and adding and adding throughout the 2 days. So that's basically the course. It's all based on Taoist principles. And I call it internal alchemy because we really do want to elicit a change, an internal change within our bodies and our psyches and our lives.
And it
Yeah.
sounds like that's what the takeaway is, to elicit an internal change in the body. Is there anything
Yes.
else that you want students to walk away with?
Well, the techniques, of course, that they can keep practicing, and maybe a nice, healthy curiosity on how to proceed further, because this is a rabbit hole of teaching Taoism. It just keeps going and going and going. And the challenge is always there. So I hope people leave with the same curiosity and inspiration that I have so that they can keep going and they can just change their lives and maybe affect others in their lives. And on it goes and paying it forward. I can't wait. I am so excited. This is my life. This I just love, love, love it. And I can't wait to share it with people.